Great work. We want to get it over there. And you lost a week with the storms in the second week of January. Senator Creighton, you're recognized to suspend the regular order of business on committee substitute for Senate Bill 12.
Thank you, Mr. President, members. Today I'm laying out committee substitute for Senate Bill 12 to protect the rights of Texas parents. This bill is very similar to Senate Bill 8 from last session. 80 to 90% of this bill, members, was passed by this body 2 years ago in 2023. I appreciate all of you working with me to continue these efforts. At its core, the Texas Parental Bill of Rights in Education is about reaffirming that parents are the chief decision makers for their children and making it clear that their fundamental role in their child's education, their moral and religious upbringing is decided by their parents. The bill strengthens parental rights in education by guaranteeing their ability to make educational choices, to access school records, requiring consent for any medical, psychiatric, or psychological treatments involving their child. This bill also ensures that parents have full access to their child's curriculum, library materials, test scores, attendance records, and that they're notified if there is any change to their child's mental or physical safety. The legislation further upholds parental authority by giving them the ability to opt their child in or out of specific programs, such as sex education, so that they can make an informed choice that aligns with their family values. Parents are now required to provide consent for student clubs and clubs based on sexual orientation or gender identity will be prohibited. It also strengthens the channels of communication between parents and teachers and administrators, reinforcing the importance of all of these individuals collaborating together in an effort to ensure student success. Another key provision of Senate Bill 12 is the prohibition of DEI mandates in K through 12 public schools. This bill builds upon our ban of teaching critical race theory, and it goes further to ensure that our classrooms remain focused on academic excellence rather than politics. It prevents schools from implementing DEI requirements in trainings, hiring practices, or granting special benefits based on race, ethnicity, gender identity, or sexual orientation. All districts must adopt a policy outlining disciplinary actions if an employee is not in compliance with the ban on DEI and CRT. And additionally, certify in a public meeting that their campuses are in compliance with both laws. That said, I want to be clear that the bill explicitly protects the teachings of historical and cultural significance related to state and federal holidays, ensuring that students continue to learn about our country's diverse history without politically driven mandates. The bill has clear exceptions, allowing school districts to combat real discrimination while prohibiting divisive DEI concepts. Additionally, committee substitute for Senate Bill 12 expands school choice by allowing eligible students to transfer to another district without being charged tuition, public-to-public transfers, provided there is space available. Districts are required to report their enrollment capacity by campus and grade level in a facilities usage report consistent with what other states currently require of their public schools. And similar to the parental Bill of Rights, Senate Bill 8, last session, this bill includes a formal grievance process for parents to make sure that their voices are heard. There are strict timelines to resolve grievances, and decisions are binding. And if a district loses 5 or more appeals members, their superintendent would be required to testify in a public hearing before the State Board of Education. At its core, Committee Substitute for Senate Bill 12 is about affirming what most of us believe to be common sense, preventing political agendas from creeping into the classroom, and ensuring that people who know what's best for our kids, specifically their parents, have the strongest voice in their child's education, as it should be. Government's not granting any rights here, members. These are God-given rights that we are reaffirming and restating in 2025 as parents report more than ever difficulties in participating in the day-to-day involvement in their kids' education in their K through 12 experience. Mr. President, I move suspension of the regular order of business to take up and consider Committee Substitute for Senate Bill 12.
Senator West, for what purpose?